Hello everyone, my name is Liz Davis. I'm an environment artist on CuiCui. CuiCui is a third-person puzzle game made in Unreal Engine by a team of 6 undergraduate students at the Savannah College of Art and Design, with outsourced assistance from fellow students for animations, UI, and sound. This game is designed to be played with an analog controller, but has settings to enable the use of a keyboard. In CuiCui, you play as a fable come to life through a small shadow bird named Cui, whose greatest danger in life is light itself. This beginning hallway is designed for the player to familiarize themselves with the movement and light mechanics. As a bird, the player navigates through the game by flying. However, Cui is still a small bird and has limited stamina, as shown by the feather on the bottom right of the screen. As you fly or take damage, the feather depletes, while resting in shade will quickly refill the bar. Should the player enter a lit area, the feather will glow gold and pulse to indicate the danger. CuiCui's aesthetic is heavily inspired by Islamic and specifically Moorish architecture. These architectural styles make strong use of the balance of light and shadow on both aesthetic and practical levels. We also found that the style of geometric patterns is not only beautiful, but it fits very well with the storybook style of our game. We chose to include a noticeable outline on the objects and characters throughout our game to enhance the feeling of being within the illustrations of a fable. The second area is a crumbling observatory in which the player will make use of the abandoned tools to redirect the light in the room and create safe passage for themselves. 5 tapestries can be found throughout the game. Each one tells part of the story surrounding Azar and the destruction of the summit. Aside from natural sources of light, the regions you traverse will be menaced by the great light bird Azar. Azar has been blinded by his desire for greatness, and as a result has filled the region with intense light and heat. Azar's destruction was not done through malice, but through envy. He wanted to become as grand and important as the sun. A core idea behind Azar's development as a character and the design of the environment is too much of a good thing can be bad. Here, they will also meet other, non-shadow birds. Many of these birds are trapped within cages and can be freed through player actions. Once they are freed, the player can make use of the singing mechanic and recruit them into their flock. The third area is an external environment and the largest area in the game. Here, the player can see the full extent of Azar's destruction. Each consecutive environment has been designed to feature more light than the last. The final region can only be traversed with the aid of other birds. Most games usually use lighting as a way to create focal points in the environment and help navigate the player. But here we were presented with a new challenge, seeing as most of the light would do the exact opposite and kill the player. Because of this, we chose to direct the eyes of the player through use of stronger scene composition. We made use of color glyphs, aligned geometry, and, on some occasions, short camera movements. As Cui, the player has a few key mechanics to work with. The first mechanic is the flapping mechanic. The player is not able to fly anywhere at will. They are a very small bird with a limited stamina. In order to gain altitude, the player will need to use their flapping ability. This feather will deplete anytime the player uses their flap ability or takes damage. A short rest in a shaded area will quickly refill the stamina. The next ability the player has at their disposal is the interact ability. This is used for a variety of purposes, including picking up objects, moving objects, and observing. The third mechanic is the flocking mechanic. To use this, the player must first be within range of another bird. Singing to them will get their attention and add them to your flock. When you have gathered enough birds into your flock, you may then use the flock formation. The flock is important for a variety of reasons. The first being that the birds are far less sensitive to light than Cui and can protect her for short periods of time. The second is that as the flock grows, your collective strength increases as well, allowing you to destroy obstacles within your path. We designed Cui after a small owl. We were looking for a benign being that would be comprised of a shadowy matter while also creating an elevated, immersive experience through the flight that would feel ethereal. Development has spanned the last 6 months and is intended to continue on for final polish.